What's up, YouTube? It's me again. I forgot something. Oh, and by the way, I just want to let you know, if you clicked on this video because you want specific advice on how to quit smoking weed, watch videos number 4, 5, and 6. Those videos have the most specific advice on how to quit smoking weed. So you know, I'm 4 years, 2 months sober. I don't drink, I don't smoke weed or anything like that, and I'm sober from that. And this is like a really quick, most likely going to be a really quick video. I just forgot something, a very, very important thing that I left out. All right, and watch this video. I don't care if just watch this entire video. Um, Check this out. I can't believe I left this out. Um, After I quit drinking, I mean, okay, I quit smoking weed already, right? I quit smoking weed July 2007, and then I started drinking again after I quit smoking weed. I started drinking again, but I would drink every once in a while, or like every weekend or something like that eventually. And anyway, then I went to church, right? So I've been sober. Hang on, it's all messed up. But here, instead of giving you dates, because I don't remember exactly how long and stuff. After I quit smoking weed, I got sober from smoking weed. Um, I just can't remember, man. Anyway, I went to church, right? Here, this is the point I'm trying to make. I went to church, okay? I hadn't been to church since I was a little kid, right? I've been to church since I was a little kid, and I felt so dirty that I couldn't step foot into a church. I felt like I was so dirty. I felt like my life was so full of sin that I couldn't even I couldn't even step foot in the parking lot of a church, okay? And then I went to church one day, and I was smart about it, see, because I knew if I went back to the same small church I was from, or I went to a small church, um, I would stick out because it's a small church, so they know when they got new people there. And on top of that, I didn't have any dress clothes. Like I would wear t-shirts and jeans, and actually, when I was smoking weed and all that, I would have raggedy t-shirts and raggedy old shorts, faded stuff, and I looked like I smoked weed. Anyway, I felt like I couldn't go to church because I didn't even have dress clothes, and I had really long hair, and yeah, so I just felt that way, and I just decided that I would look for a big church. There's actually a big church not too far away from where I live. I don't know if they call them mega churches or not, but it's just a really big church, and I knew that there was enough people going there that they wouldn't know if I were new or not. So no one will come up and walk up to me and talk to me. And the church is one of those big contemporary style Christian churches where they have like a rock band and stuff. And and I know that people wear jeans and t-shirts in there, so I could go with the kind of clothes that I already had. That's what I did. I planned it all out. I was like, you know what? You know what happened was, dude, I was getting so low. I just dropped on my knees and I was just like, look, man, I'm trying to get sober, God. And I didn't even know how to pray. I didn't even really know what I was doing. You know, I'd been since I was like 11 years old that I'd been to church, and no one in my family was really like, anyway. So I just dropped on my knees one day, prayed. I didn't know like how to pray really, but I was just praying. I was just like, look, if you're out there, please come and rescue me because I am starting to hate what's going on, and I want to be sober so bad, and I really want to enjoy this life. I know you put me on this earth not so that I can get high, but so that I can do something, and I don't know what that is. And please show me, or please come rescue me, man, because I'm trying on my own and I can't do it. And not kidding you, within about a week of me praying that prayer, um, I wound up in church. To give you my little quick testimony of how that even happened, this is what happened. My car ran out of battery, right? My car ran out of battery. I had a blue car. The battery went out, and I had to get a jump. When I got the jump, the radio in my car had to reset. Okay, reset it to like just some random stations, right? The station it landed on was a Christian radio station. I didn't know it, okay? I didn't know that. And I just thought it sounded cool because it sounded like alternative music that you would hear on like the radio, but they had guitar solos in there. Like, what the heck? Like, it sounded like you were listening to some soft, some rock that would just show up on the radio, some alternative music, but they had guitar solos, and the singers were much better. All the musicians were better, and I thought that was cool, so I kept it on there. And then I would hear the ads for the radio station. I would hear ads for the radio station. This is after I prayed that prayer. And I mean, I'm sorry, I would hear ads for this big church that was nearby. And yeah, it was just this big church that was nearby. And hold on 1 second. All right. The ads were for this big church that was close by. And just so you know, the name of that church was Calvary Chapel. So you might have one near you. It was this big church. I just looked it up on Google. They're all over the United States. It was this big, really big church, and I was already aware of it somehow. I already knew in the back of my head that, hey, that's one of those big churches. I can go there. No one would walk up to me. That I could have been going there for 10 years and no one would know the difference. Like, no one's going to think that I'm new and think to come and greet me. I don't want anyone walking up to me. I don't want to be put on the spot. Or just not really that. I wanted to go to a big church where I can just go there, listen to the message, and get out, or whatever. I didn't know what I expected from it, and I could wear whatever I want. And they had like a cool, they had like the Christian rock band up there and stuff. So I decided to go. I mean, I heard that station. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped a part. So I heard that ad a few times, and I was like, oh, this is a Christian station, and I didn't go, screw that, and then change the station. I was like, well, this music's cool anyway, so I'll just keep listening to it. And then, I'm not kidding you, the next week I bought a new car. I bought a silver truck. Guess what? That silver truck was on the exact same station. I guess the person who sold it to me was Christian or something. It was already on that exact same station. I didn't even notice it. I was like, oh, wow, this is that same station, because I would hear the same ad for the same church. And this church was pretty close by, and it was a Calvary Chapel church. And it was kind of getting pounded in my head. Go to Calvary Chapel. They started listing the times that they were having services. And they call them service times, by the way. And they would list their website. I went on the website, found out that they had something going on Thursdays. And they had, I think it was like Thursday evenings. I didn't go on a Sunday. I actually walked in on a Thursday evening. And went there and just felt so freaking clean, felt so clean walking out of there, felt so good and clean while I was there, didn't really know anything about God. And then 2 weeks later, 2 weeks after that, first time I walked in, I started going back every once in a while. I mean, every week. I went back the following Thursday. Anyway, about 2 weeks after the first time I walked in, I got saved, meaning I accepted Jesus Christ into my life, right? Don't stop this. I'm going to tell you something crazy. I accepted Jesus Christ into my life. And I chose to believe in God, and I accepted Christ, and I got saved, and my life, I'm not kidding you, that Wednesday night, it was a Wednesday night that I accepted Jesus. That Wednesday night 3 years ago was one of the greatest decisions I've ever made in my entire life. And not only did it keep me sober, because it did. And that's how I quit drinking, by the way. Right after I stepped into church, I was like, you know what? Remember I told you I just decided to quit drinking? I was just like, I'm going to quit drinking. And I quit drinking, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to quit cussing. I quit cussing. And I'm not trying to say that, I'm trying to trick you into getting Christian or anything like that. But my life has changed in so many great ways, not just a sobriety thing. I mean, that's just a start. That's just the beginning. And all those other times that I quit smoking weed and drinking and stuff on my own, I failed, and I always relapsed. And I haven't relapsed, and I've been with Jesus this time. And I know that's why, because there were a few times that I was in a situation and I felt like drinking or something like that, and I just prayed to God in those situations, dropped on my knees, prayed to God, God, keep me sober. God, please keep me sober. I do not want to relapse, and I care so much about what you think about me, and I'd rather, instead of please myself, I'd rather please you, and I just stayed sober. But anyway, not just that. There are so many other ways that I can't even really describe that Jesus Christ changed me. Do me a favor, write this down, or type it into the search bar, but don't search it yet, because then you'll leave my video. Type this in right now, and when you're done with this video, watch this video I'm going to tell you about. It's called Take Me As I Am by Lecrae. Lecrae is spelled L-E-C-R-A-E. If you just type in this, L-E-C-R-A-E space take me as I am, press enter. One of the first videos, like the first 4 videos, it's going to say Lecrae take me as I am, and then in parentheses lyrics. Click on that one. Someone just made the video, like a fan made the video, and they put the lyrics up on the screen. I'm not going to tell you anything about that song. Just listen to that song. It'll probably, I know you'll love it. Okay, just listen to that song. Even if you don't believe in God, has to do with like drugs and stuff. It's really, really, really good, and it tells my story so well. And it might even tell your story. It's a great song. And the lyrics are displayed up on the screen, so you hear the lyrics and you read them at the same time. And so that's how I started going to church. Was I chose that church, um, and my life changed ever since. I came to Christ, and Jesus Christ changed me from the inside out. I didn't have to change myself before I came to Christ, which is what I thought I had to do. I felt like there was so many sins in my life that I just had to get my sins together before I could come to church, come to Christ, whatever. And that was not the case. That is not the case. All I had to do was accept Christ, and Christ changed me from the inside out, not me change myself and then come to Christ. Haven't you noticed that I'm just like, I mean, like I can't boast and talk about myself, but once you say that, I'm just like a pretty darn nice person. I'm just like like, like I don't know, man. It's Jesus. They say, um, there's a saying, people see Jesus through us. I have met people, and within like a few minutes of meeting them, they assume that I'm Christian. They'll just ask me, "Are you Christian?" Just because of how I talk and how I am and my mannerisms or whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but people see Jesus through us. So like, look how helpful I've been trying to be to you guys. And I'm not trying to say that I've done all this so that I can make this one video and give God all the credit and have you watch it and stuff like that. That was not my intention at all. I mean, I just made this video out of nowhere right now. I got an email from someone asking me, hey, can you tell me your story? And it's not the first time I've had to type that story up. So I just figured I'd make a video about it, and I forgot to leave. I just decided to throw this detail in there. And it's one that I kind of held back in the beginning because I didn't want you guys to hear the word God and then just run away. But anyway, I give all the credit of my sobriety and all things that are good in my life to Jesus Christ, to God, and I can guarantee that if you consider Jesus Christ, if you consider going to church, I can guarantee you will not regret that. I can guarantee you will not regret it. People go to church, people become Christian, and they become the best people that they could possibly be. And they just have integrity. Like, you just want to do what's right for no reason. I mean, there are so many benefits, and I can't even begin to explain them all. I mean, I can't even begin to explain. It's so hard for me to explain what I'm trying to say. It's like, just like when I try to describe sobriety to someone, sobriety is so great, and it's so awesome, and it's so like, it's so amazing. I can't explain it. You just have to try it for yourself. And if you're out there and if you are trying to get sober and you keep screwing up, I guarantee you that going to church will be the one step that stands between you and getting sober. Because once you get God involved, it's so hard not to get sober. I mean, coming to Christ, going to church, getting saved, becoming Christian, whatever, even just stepping foot into church, you are so like, you become Godward. Like God, you just, I can't explain it. See, you just want to get right. Like I can't explain it, dude. Like, here, man, I used to be a horrible person, man, and now I'm not. I used to be a freaking horrible person. I wish I could show you videotapes of how I used to act. I used to get into fist fights all the time. I haven't been in fist fights a couple of years. Someone attacked me at hockey, and I blocked myself. I didn't hit him back. I skated up to him. I said, you know what the hardest thing for me to do right now is? For me to come up here and just talk to you. You know what the easiest thing for me to do was? To freaking fist fight you. Know why I'm not hitting you? Know why I didn't fist fight you? Because I love you. And I was like, I know that might sound crazy, but I'm a Christian. And we shook hands. He cried, and we've been friends ever since. Bye, you guys.